Alrighty then. We got a little bit more story at the swimming pool, because it's the tournament. Come to think of it, this was one of the last swim meets of the year. The national qualifiers were coming up. We better practice hard so we make it to the nationals. As the top educational institution in Sierra, we definitely had to go to the nationals at least, if not the Galactic Championships. Ah. Hey Sola, you ready? Yes, but first. She pointed at the bleachers where the girls of the swimming team sat. All of a sudden, they raised up signs. Kyoto/Sola, heart. We support your love. What the hell was that? I apologize. I warned them to refrain from doing anything rash. I shall accept any punishment you deem fit for the club. I rubbed my face with my hands. No. They're just trying to be nice. I forced a smile and waved to the bleachers. The girls cheered and echoed through the pool. Ugh. How did they even find out anyways? Was it Asuga? God damn it. It probably was Asuga. Oh well. It's not like we could have kept our relationship secret forever, anyway. I just hope this doesn't cause any problems for the student council. The girls scattered away giggling when I walked over to the bleachers. I took a seat, not to the seat. Took a seat. Well, I better prepare my report for the meet. I guess that's it? Okay, maybe not. Before the time for her round, Sola walked up to me. Kyoto. Sola, what's the matter? Oh no. The funny thing is, it actually is the meet. It's not like some special thing. This is an actual proper thing happening now. This is interesting. Does that mean something would have happened for any of the girls? Depending on who you're dating. Zola's legs suddenly gave out. I caught her before she hit the ground. Her skin felt cold as an automation. Oh shit. Was it another disconnection? I looked around. So far, everyone was focused on the match. Quick, come with me, Sola. I put my arms around Sola. We snuck out using the pool's rear connection to the gym. I carried Sola to the gym, to the storage room. Sola's face was drenched in sweat. Color drained from Sola's body. The disconnection is much worse this time. It is as I feared. They are growing in both frequency and intensity. I grabbed onto Sola's shoulders in panic. Sola! The top of her shoulders suddenly dematerialized and fell through and hit the wall. And I fell through and hit the wall. Sola! I carry around a bottle of mountain water in my bag. So I pointed to the bag which she was carrying. I tore the bag open and fumbled around. I lifted the bottle with trembling hands and uncapped it. I poured water over Sola. Is it helping? Sola writhed in agony, and her legs phased in and out of existence. Sola! The disconnections are too intense. The mountain water is now futile. Nothing will stop it now. No. I had hoped. I wrapped my arms around her. No. It's still too soon to give up, Sola. I'm not going to let you go. I'm sorry. But do not fear. As quickly as I vanish, so will all your memories of me. Everything will continue as if I had never existed in the first place. You will not grieve for me. You need not another girlfriend who will be more suitable. I pounded my fist against the wall. Don't bullshit me. You're the only one, Sola. You could disappear from the universe, but there's no way in hell that Kyoto Shields, will forget you. I won't go on as if nothing had happened. It's you, Sola, the one who I love. Tears welled up in Sola's eyes to hear those outrageous words. Now, farewell then, my love. Shut up! I grasped Sola so tight that I thought she would explode. I wasn't even letting go of her. I pushed my face into hers and pressed our lips together. Ah. Sola! Oh? As if by miracle, Sola's body began to restore itself. I grabbed her even tighter. I kissed Sola deeper, our tongues entwining. Ah! Sola gasped as her legs rematerialized. Ah! As if re-emerging into the world, Sola arched her back and screamed as her body was restored. Her scream pierced through my body. She grabbed me and pulled me away. I fell to the floor exhausted. She was saved, somehow. The colour began to return to Sola's face. Sola! I embraced her, tears welling up in my eyes. You idiot! Giving up so easily. Don't ever tell me farewell again. Don't ever tell me I'm gonna forget you. I understand. I am sorry. The meat. Don't worry about that. It's not important. I do nothing but trouble you. And yet, why do you treasure me so? Because I'm your boyfriend. That sure sounded lame. Way to go, Kyoto. The boyfriend shields. I know you're thinking it sounds stupid, but we've managed to stop the disconnections this time ourselves. So that means it can be beat. Yes, because... Tears flowed through Sola's eyes as she gripped me. I do not wish to disappear either. I do not wish to be forgotten. I do not want all my gifts to you to vanish. I want to graduate with you. I want to be an analyst, like you said. And most of all, I cannot stand the thought of you meeting another woman after I'm gone, not even knowing I existed in the first place. The mere thought fills me with such indescribable rage. I cannot accept it, but there is nothing I can do. Sola's chest heaved as she sobbed into my shoulder. I stroked her back. Don't worry. You can always be emotional around me, Sola. You really know how to turn my life upside down. Yeah. You won't be an emotionless girl anymore. After this, you'll be the happiest girl on the planet. So much that everyone will know you for your smile. Such outrageous words. Yes, I will. I put my arms around Sola, around her, and held her tight. We returned to the pool to a commotion. Apparently, we were just 2 minutes from getting disqualified from the competition. Our club was freaking out, trying to find out where we had left. I managed to explain that Sola had suddenly gotten a cramp, but was now feeling better. Some of the girls at the club gave me a pervy looks, suggesting that I had taken her away for some other purpose. But at least the tournament organisers seemed oblivious to it. I sat back on the bleachers. Ugh. It sure wasn't easy being a boyfriend. You better get going. Ugh, that was a close one, wasn't it? Just a few more minutes and we would have gotten disqualified. Yes. I will try my best. Yeah. Go get them, Sola. Understood. The music doesn't suit the situation now. Oh well, we're not gonna lose anyway. Yay! That's it? Nothing after? Oh well. We're still cheering. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'll be back in the next part. No, that was intense. Looks like Asuka's on her way to my seat. I was sitting at my seat when Asuka came over. Yo, Kyoto? How's it going? Oh, hang on. Did he say that? Nothing much. Did you know that a new crepe store opened downtown? I heard that from Chigara that it was some good stuff. Maybe we should go check it out. You could even call it a date if you want. What's up with the music? What? Was Asuka serious? Uh-oh. You know what this means? They're starting to forget Sola. Oh dear. Was Asuka seriously dumb or something? What are you saying? Have you forgotten that I'm going out with Sola? Sola? Who's that? I stood up from my seat in shock. Sola, the captain of the swim club. In fact, you met her a while ago. Really? Sorry. I didn't know you were already hitched. Well, that's too bad for me, eh? I grabbed Asuka's shoulders in panic. Oi, tell me, do you absolutely have no memory of Sola at all? You were the one who was the first person to congratulate me on what happened. What? I said that wrong. Sorry! I have such a bad memory. It seems that I can forget anything nowadays. I ran out of the classroom in panic. Where are you going, Kyoto? There was no way Asuka could make such a big deal about me getting a girlfriend and then completely forget about it. It was definitely unnatural, no question about it. I ran into Chigara in the hallway. Ah, Mr. Manager, is something the matter? Hey Chigara, tell me, do you remember Sola? Whom may you be referring to? I'm not sure what you mean. You saw her just 2 months ago, when you visited the shrine. I did? Did I? I'm sorry, there are so many things which happened since then. I could hardly believe Chigara. Sure, Asuka was a surefire idiot, with the memory span of a chipmunk, but even Chigara? Sola, the captain of the swim team, and the shrine maiden at the shrine. Of course, the shrine maiden! Yes, I remember her now. I'm sorry, I'm so terrible with names. Is something the matter? What do you remember what do you remember of her? Well, I'm sorry. You can remember that she's my girlfriend, right? Mr. Manager's going out with a shrine maiden? I braced myself against the wall. It was as if I had woken up in a different universe. This was just too surreal to be happening. Even though Sola had warned me, to see me in such a supernatural phenomenon happening just before my eyes shook me to the core. Assumptions of the world. I grabbed onto Shola's arm. Come on, Chigara. Where are you going, Mr. Manager? Something's weird's happening, and I need your help to figure out. I took Chigara to the science lab and explained to her the situation. Even though I kept Sola's condition a secret so far, now that the situation had deteriorated... oh, come on. Oh god, I can't even say that word. Deteriorated to this point, I had to do everything in my power to save her. I could at least trust Chigara to not to spread rumors. Is it really possible for someone to be wiped off the face of the universe completely? Not just like they died or anything, or even vaporized, but completely and utterly from the timeline itself. And if such thing happened, would the world rewrite history as if that person never existed in the first place? I cannot say for certain. I am sorry. While the temporal manipulation has always been one of my interests, the phenomenon you described goes far beyond the galaxy's current level of scientific knowledge. There is currently no realistic way to wipe someone from the space-time. As for why or how an ordinary individual would be afflicted from birth with such a condition, that is also something science cannot possibly deduce right now. My hopes sank. No, I could not give up like this. I had to grit my teeth and fight on, for Sola's sake. Will you be alright, Mr. Manager? Yeah. Thanks for believing in me, Shigara. Yes, of course. Honestly, I feel like I'm going crazy now. I cannot believe everyone has forgotten about Sola. Just because of that last disconnection. Sola said that the frequency and power of disconnections were growing. If that really was the case, then another attack could come at any time. Ah, shit. I felt so useless. I'll come back to you if I find anything more out. Of course. I'll perform more research into the matter as well. Perhaps I'll be able to deduce a possible solution. Thanks, Shigara. Of course. Why are they going back to class? You'd instantly go and check on Sola, wouldn't you? Not go to have lunch. I wonder what I'll have for food, while my girlfriend slowly disappears from everyone's minds. Okay. I'll be back when more happens, I guess. Well, it's Ava's birthday today, as you can probably see. Funnily enough, there was no more after that. Kind of felt like there was a bit of a waste. You'd have thought he would have gone and ran off and seen if Sola was alright, but no. I tried looking around, I couldn't find any other bits of story, so I guess there's nothing else. So let's see how Ava is doing then. I met Ava in front of the apartment. Yo, happy birthday, Prez. I got these for you. I took them out of the pajamas and handed them to her. What's this? I was afraid you were gonna give me something so stupid again. Do you seriously imagine me wearing something so ridiculous? What was that attitude for? But I got these for my hard-earned money. Alright, whatever. Thanks. It's just like you. Anyways, best not act too close, right? Or else your girlfriend will get the wrong idea. Well, we're still childhood friends, aren't we? Idiot. You don't know what a thing about
Finally,
girls. At least she remembers we're going out.
A week before he decides
she knew any better.
Talk to Sola
In
about
fact, Ava was the most boyish person I
again.
knew. I received a message from Sola.
He doesn't have any male friends, does he?
Be warned,
Anyway,
there might be sad moments.
Thanks for the present.
Ahead of us. I saw Sola waiting for me. Despite what she said, I was sure Ava was going to wear those pajamas every night now.
Is your body well?
She was just trying to keep up appearances, that's all.
Disconnections do not
Typical.
cause any lasting
That's
damage.
it. Nothing else.
Sola took my hand
No
and
comment
strolled
about
to the
her
park.
disappearing. How does Ava remember her?
Oh, it's nighttime.
About any problems?
Is something the matter? Oh,
There's so many questions and yet no answers. Something weird happened the other day.
What?
Somehow, none of my friends can remember who you are anymore.
I see. It was kind of surreal. I know you warned me about it, but actually seeing it myself...
Oh, well, let's hear what he's saying. Really freaked me out. Uh-oh. The music's getting, depressing again. Oh, God.
I caused you nothing but trouble.
No, Sola.
It is as you say, the previous disconnection was the largest yet. I am skeptical on the damage was merely localized to only my distant acquaintances. Indeed, there might be fragments of myself that those closer to me have lost as well. You are no exception.
Oh, what? That's impossible. I still remember you're my girlfriend. When we first met, you were about to jump off the diving board into an empty pool. That really scared me. We visited the shrine on the winter festival with my friends. Our first kiss was the day after the Pure Day at the shrine. There's no way I could ever forget anything. Oh, the rain's coming in. How am I getting 60 frame FPS for this? I guess because there's movement. Before it's only been like 4 or 6 FPS. Mainly because there wasn't many screens. On the first day of summer vacation. Do you remember when we went to the beach? Oh dear. Huh? What colour was my swimsuit then? The beach? You're just joking, right? You've got to be joking. I see. Sweat began to drip down my back. Even we don't remember that. Because I don't think it ever happened. I don't know. No way. We were seriously did not go to. Oh, we did not ever go to the beach together. She must be pulling my leg. Sola examined my school bag. What's the matter? It is not there. What's not there? Shortly after Future Day, I gave you a charm to bring you good fortune in your career. You probably attached it to your bag. However, I see the charm has now been wiped from the timeline as well. Did she give us a charm? When did that ever happen? I had absolutely no recollection of a charm being on my bag. Terror came over me. There was no way of knowing how much of our past had been forgotten. No more like wiped from existence. From my point of view, it was that those events never happened at all. If that was true, then my perception of Sola may be completely different. My entire world had changed overnight, and I was just as oblivious to changes as Asuka and Chigara. Suddenly, I was overtaken with nausea. This was just way too bizarre to accept. I had believed that the world was irrational, that there was no age of science, but there was clearly far into the zone of black magic. There was no way to understand or prevent it. I was ultimately completely helpless. I am sorry. I took a deep breath. I need to sit down. I sat down on a bench and tried to calm myself. In the rain? So, am I different from the Kyoto you remember? For the most part, you are as I remember. Most likely, those closest to me will retain their memories better. I had no idea my memories were even altered. And after I had even promised to never forget you, it cannot be helped. It is entirely possible that I had lost some of the events of our past as well. In any matter, you have not failed on your promise, as you have not forgotten anything. Technically, we are not forgetting, but rather events in the past are rewriting themselves with each disconnection. Our pasts are fragmented into multiple alternate histories, each with varying degrees of my existence. I imagine those alternate universes will eventually resolve themselves into a single conical timeline where I simply never existed at all. In short, we're in a lot of shit. I am sorry I have troubled you. I feared as much. No, Sola. I do not wish to cause you pain. Perhaps we should spend time apart until the next disconnection. I am certain the next shall be the last. Do not fear. It will be not long now. Once it occurs, you will have no recollection of me. You'll return to your happy school life as if nothing had happened. Are you kidding me? So you're saying you're just going to give up? You are merely blinded by your emotions. Rationally, the risks of this relationship now far outweigh any possible benefit it may bring. It is no longer worth pursuing. Farewell. Hey, wait! Do not follow me. Sola ran out of the park. I pounded the bench with anger. Hopefully this is actually a bad end. If it is, then I have no idea what I did wrong. God damn it. The rain poured on me. Did Sola just dump me? And for such a reason too? The fact she was going to vanish was all the more reason why I needed to be by her side. I thought the thought of her vanishing by herself with no more than with no one even ceased her pain was far more painful than being with her. I didn't care how much trouble she would bring me, no matter what. I had to be by her side, because in the end, it was Sola who was the one in most pain. That idiot. There was no way I was going to chase after her. I got to the transit and ran up the steps to the shrine. The rain poured from the sky. Ah, screw you. Whoever decided to make it pour at this particular moment, why don't you just add wind and hail while you're at it? Because whatever you throw at me, I wasn't going to stop. Sola! I'm here for you. Do not come closer. You idiot! No. Sola ran deeper into the shrine and up into the mountains. What was she doing? Didn't she know it was dangerous to go up there in the rain? Oh, okay, we got a different cutscene now. Well, a different scene, you know what I mean. I entered the woods, chasing after her. I ran into an outstretched branch and received a face full of leaves. Ah, damn it! Sola! Stop. I must have looked incredibly stupid for chasing her like some madman. Ugh. It sure felt like I was doing one stupid thing after another all year. In front of me, Sola slid on a puddle of mud as she ran up the mountain. Ah! She stumbled backwards, falling towards a root. Look out! I leaped and grabbed Sola away before she hit her head on the root. Oomph. I managed to absorb most of the impact by landing on my back. I ran my hand through Sola's back, making sure she was unhurt. You idiot! You should have known better to do something so reckless. Tears lined Sola's eyes. Oh, the rain stopped. Why did you chase me? Why do you continue to outrage me so? If you keep doing this, I will never rid you from my heart. Then we will merely continue to suffer as I slowly die. Shut up. I grabbed Sola's face and locked our mouths together. Ah. There's no way I'd leave you just because of this. Yeah. Let's say the disconnections are impossible to fix. Even then, I'll be beside you until the moment you vanish. Even you have feelings, Sola. It hurts. You will have to deal with everything alone. So don't think I'd leave you so easily. I want to make you happy. You will surely suffer. A little pain's no problem. There are other girls who are prettier and... there are other girls who are prettier and without otherworldly afflictions. I only look at you. Technically he doesn't, because of the other stories. But it's part of this line, so just let it go. I hold you back. I am but a fool who does reckless things. And what's wrong with doing something stupid every once in a while? It's exciting to run into a forest in the middle of the night for no reason. Huh. Didn't I look cool when I chased you up the mountain and saved you from falling? Such foolishness. Why must you continue to make my heart flutter? Yes, I can no longer deny it. You will truly always be my beloved. Even when I disappear. I only wish to see your face until the very end. Sola. Our mouths locked again. The summer rain washed away our tears as we kissed into the mountain stream. Ah, kiss me more. We caressed each other in the forest as if we were the only beings in the universe. Our kisses lit our bodies against the coldness of the night. I tore her sweater. Oh no! Why? You just got on. Fine. I need to save it at a different spot. Let's save it here. I took her sweater off and reached into her skirt. Her soft breast warmed my hand. Before she could say another word, I had already torn off her panties. Seriously? Oh, it's got into it already! I pushed Sola against a tree. She viewed me... What the hell's that? Luridly. Her eyes begged for relief. She raised her butt and flared herself, longing for what was about to come. Why do you have to say it like that? A temporary madness came over me as I ran my hands up her body. Her body was smooth and filled with curves unlike mine. I couldn't help but admire the architecture. My hands ran down her back by themselves and squished her butt. They fell between her leg. Oh dear God. I squeezed a finger into her, making Sola squirm with each move. I pushed deeper, exploring every nook and cranny of Sola. Sola's squishy hot interior pushed against my finger. Her insides were completely alien to me. I pulled my finger out, drenched in Sola's juices. Oh, how lovely! I put my index and middle finger together and jammed it into her. I pounded my hand against her butt, making juice drip down her legs. The rubbing of my fingers made amazing noises as I worked her. Making me feel like this. You are a fool, man. I pushed her language by I punished her. Okay, right. I punished her language by rubbing her even harder. I thought I said pushed. Her insides quivered. Her juices dripped down my finger, but down my arm. Ew. No. Sola arched her back as her insides clenched onto my fingers. Her face contorted and her jaws dropped as she came. To think Sola was capable of making such noises. I never could imagine her face contorting with pleasure like that. Such a troublesome man, making me come so quickly, and in public. Sola's face was flushed red, and her lips were parted. Her eyes begged me for the main show. I bent Sola down against the tree and pushed myself in. Oh, goody. So deep. Oh dear God. Sola's warmth covered me as we became one. Her breasts swayed underneath her. I grabbed them and twisted their hips. The tips, I don't know. Sola's eyes were glazed and her delicious lips ajar as she breathed and gasped. I ran my hand down her belly and grabbed onto her hips. White pleasure built up inside me. Sola's inside tightened as her fluids dripped down her legs. More. Fill me all the way. I rammed her hips against me and her legs trembled. No, I'm going to. One of Sola's legs gave out as she came for the second time. I lifted her and gave her no respite. Sola clenched the tree, drowning in pleasure. She covered her face in shame as she twisted in ecstasy. Her screams of joy only made me want to thrust into her faster. Her legs writhed in agonizing pleasure. Intoxicating pleasure drenched my insides, threatening to rip open. I was going to blow myself into her. Raw power surged within me as all the energy in my body gathered for the the deathly final. With a final gasp, I pushed myself into Sola's belly so deep that I thought we would meld together and become one. Such a lovely mess you've made. Cum burst and erupted into Sola. Ah, you're so warm. I pumped her so full of cum that I thought I would collapse. I gasped for air and he keeps gasping for air. Come on, man! And squeezed my eyes as if my life force was squirting into Sola. Suddenly, I realized how tired my legs were. They shook and quivered as they would go down, as they would go out of any moment. I could only gasp meekly for air as I collapsed on top of Sola's back. I pulled myself out with Sola. I pulled myself out, my legs trembling. Doing such outrageous things in the open air, and making me come twice to boot. You certainly know how to embarrass a girl. I slapped her ass. Doing such things. Ugh. To make up for it, I embraced Sola from behind. Well, I suppose I can let some things go. Sola closed her eyes and relaxed. The only problem now was that we were in the middle of the mountains, stark naked, and our clothes were not only soaking wet, but now strewn across the wilderness. Oh boy, Murray was going to bother me about this for the months when I get back home. Dots. Is that it? No, nothing from Murray? That's it? Okay, I guess it's an end for this part now. It's probably a longer part than I was expecting. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next part.